Adidas recently released these sneakers, the Adidas Swift Run Primeknit. These sneakers feature Primeknit, which wraps around your foot and give an adaptive and ultra-light upper. Since Primeknit adapts to your feet, it helps to provide a sock-like fit. Inside the sneakers, we get a textile lining and an ortholite insole, which helps to wick away moisture, promotes airflow, and prevents odor and fungus growth. In terms of cushioning, Adidas went with an injection-molded EVA midsole with a rubber outsole. I have to admit that when I got notifications that these shoes were dropping, I was a little bit on the fence about them, just because I really don't buy shoes that don't have boost anymore, so the EVA midsole was just a little bit of a turnoff. But I did see some potential, and if you haven't seen my Nike Sock Dart video, in that video I pretty much said that the Nike Sock Dart would have been a better shoe if it had a Flyknit upper, and that's really where this shoe comes in. I really see it as the Adidas alternative to the Nike Sock Dart, just because it has a similar cushioning system with the EVA midsole, whereas the Sock Dart went with Phylon. But here we have Primeknit, which is pretty much the Adidas equivalent to Flyknit. So this really posed as my perfect cross between the Sock Dart and a Primeknit or a Flyknit upper on that silhouette. However, after I got these shoes, I have to say that my opinions have completely changed. Pulling them out of the box, seeing this black pair first, and seeing this toe cap, it was just like, wow. The colors really pop out on the black silhouette, especially. Because if you've ever seen the Nike Flyknit Racer multicolors, this very much so reminds me of that. Like, this is the first time I've seen Adidas implement this color scheme as far as multicolor and this pattern of Flyknit, but it looks very much like the multicolor Flyknit Racers, the 1.0 and 2.0s, I would say, not so much the 3.0s, but it looks very much like the Flyknit Racer, and I really appreciated that, because in terms of Flyknit, that was probably my favorite colorway of all time. But when we really look at these sneakers and really compare them against others, in terms of upper, if you want to compare the Primeknit against other shoes, I would say that the Ultra Boosts are much stretchier. The Ultra Boost 3.0 are much stretchier. Then the NMD R2 Primeknits is under that. So this would come at a close third. It is, again, it feels very much like the Flyknit Racer. If you felt the Flyknit Racers, you know how the Flyknit on the Racer is really stiff. It's hard and it doesn't stretch much. Imagine that upper, but stretchier. The way it feels, just touching it, is very close to the Flyknit Racer, but it stretches more. So if you have a frame of reference, you probably understand what I'm talking about. But in terms of upper, the stretchiness is not as much as the Ultra Boost or the NMD R2 Primeknit, but it is above the Flyknit Racer. In terms of cushioning, it is very similar to Phylon, and very similar to what you get from this Nike Sock Dart and the Nike Flyknit Racer. It feels very similar to me. Just, it's a little bit stiff. It still like gives you a lot of rebound, a lot of spring, and a lot of cushioning, but nowhere near boost. It's a lot stiffer. And when we look at the name, the Adidas Swift Runs, I think that makes more sense because it gives you a little bit more control than boost. Whereas boost, it just really compresses and it gives you a lot of energy return. This is a lot stiffer, so when you run, I feel like you'll get a lot more control out of it. And in that case, it compares so much more to the Flyknit Racer, where the Ultra Boost, even though it was designed as a runner, I personally don't think it's the best option. If I were to run, I would still go with the Flyknit Racer or something with Lunarlon from Nike. But now we have this, a silhouette with Primeknit on the upper and a stiffer midsole. So this is, to me, something that Adidas really needed. And it's something that I'm turning out to really like right now. I think that the Swift Run is also important in terms of pricing. If we look at it in North America, the Ultra Boosts are at $180, Primeknit R2s are at $170, and the Swift Runs come in at $120 for the Primeknit version. this is a great alternative if you don't want to go with the other two more expensive options. If you're in, I've heard that in Europe they have the NMD R2 Primeknits for like $130. So in Europe, these might not be a good alternative if you just want an everyday beater for you to walk around in. But in North America, these are $50 to $60 cheaper than the Ultra Boost and the NMDs. So I feel like this is a very attractive silhouette if you don't want to spend top money on the other two silhouettes. Like I said, I didn't really like this silhouette and didn't really have much high hopes for it when I first saw it. But in the little time that I've had it, they've really come to grow on me. And I think that they serve a purpose for my needs, because previously when I would go exercise, running, or whatever, I would not wear my Ultra Boost, NMDs, and other Boost shoes just because, like I said, they are a little bit unpredictable in terms of the cushioning. With these, I feel that because they're stiffer but still quite comfortable, I can ditch my Nikes now and just wear the Swifts, because they really replace that need that I had for something with a little bit stiffer cushioning but still have a good Primeknit upper. So in terms of what I wanted, these are pretty much the perfect crossover. If you're on the fence about this sneaker, definitely give it a try. Go to a local retailer that has it in stock and just put it on. I think that you're really going to like it, especially for the price. If this video has helped you out, or if you like it, give it a thumbs up. Share, comment down below with your thoughts, or if you have any questions, subscribe to all my social media at the Upper Left USA. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys next time.